yoga practice which is for self-love. I ran a workshop back around Valentine's actually to do some self-love workshop, which was lovely. So this is a shortened version of that you can practice at home, and it's not a technical practice. Obviously listen to your body. If something feels wrong or you're coming out of breath, stop, take child's pose, lie down, sit down, whatever you need to do, and just breathe and notice how you're feeling. This is all about noticing how you're feeling. So it's about finding your way of doing yoga and making it feel nice. So on that, sit comfortably, grab a cushion if you want to, even if like me you've done lots of yoga, and just get comfy, cross your legs or kneel or whatever's most comfortable. We'll just start by giving your spine a quick wiggle, and we'll kind of wiggle it up so get space everywhere, and then feel your legs, your elbows, your pelvis ground down. It helps to put your hands on the floor. Really notice the earth underneath you. So feel everything that's going down with gravity go down. Feel it go down, feel it be heavy. And then in contrast to that, get this lightness above the navel. So you're light and airy. So we're grounding down from the waist down, and we're lifted, we're poised. Okay, heart space is up. And then take your hand either to your legs, or you might like to take one hand to your chest to get some oxytocin release. That's a good one. Close the eyes or gaze down, and now just breathe. So just a slightly elongated breath, but something that feels nice to you. In and out through the nose if you can. And now just breathe like you love yourself. So in yoga there's a thing called ahimsa, which is all about self-love, and one of the things we practice is breathing like you love yourself. So whatever that, however you can adapt that for yourself, or even imagine that you're breathing for someone else who you really love and care about. So breathe like you love yourself, trying to get all that oxygen, that goodness into the body, and using your exhale to rid of any toxins, any unwanted emotions or anything. I'm just going to be quiet for a minute and let you just do this. So bringing the mind to your breath, grounding down through the lower body, finding space through the upper body, and breathing like you love yourself. And then just keep doing that. And if you want to, take your hands to your neck, the back of the neck, and just have a little massage, a rub. Just whatever feels nice. Just pull, push, prod, or maybe the temples will feel nice. Gentle circle, and just keep breathing. Or maybe take one hand to the opposite shoulder. My trouble is it all feels nice. I want to do all of this. Have a little massage, and just keep breathing. Breathe, breathe. And then when you feel kind of satisfied with that, just release. And we're all going to take a couple of big shoulder rolls. So breathing in, circle the shoulders up, back and down. And again, breathing in and up and down. I'm going to do like a seated cat-cow here. So inhale, arch and lift the chest. Exhale, round, navel to spine. Keep it going. Inhale, open and arch. Find space. Exhale, round. Gentle back and neck stretch. Couple more of these. I'm going to go this way for you. Inhale, open and arch. Exhale, round. Chin to chest. Make this your last one. Inhale, open. Exhale, round. And arch. Nice. Come back to sitting. Remove your cushion if you have one, and we're just going to fire up the belly, as it were. So lift the feet just off the floor and engage your core. If you need to take your hands down for support, that's okay. If not, palms up, chest lifted. Now just breathe and feel those lower abdominals, that pelvic floor drawing in up. Feel them support you. So breathe. Keep that lovely same love breath as you use your lower abdominals to support this position, this posture. For those of you that are a bit more advanced, you might want to extend the legs up, stretch the toes, and really get some lift through the heart space. And if you want to, you can take hold of the legs. You can do this with them bent and bring your chest closer to your thighs, have a little balance, or you can take hold of the big toes with your First two fingers, lift the chest, shoulders down, elbows hugging in, engage your core. Breathe here. Nice. As we exhale, we're going to roll it down all the way to the spine. Good. Feel your back supported by the mat. Now extend your left leg, keep it active, flex the toes, and then draw your right leg as close as you can towards the chest. Take a breath here. As you exhale, nose towards your knee, really hug those abs in, shoulders are down. If it feels okay, reach forwards with the fingers. Now feel your core muscles working. Draw your knee towards your nose. Keep both of your outer hips hugging in. And now keep this position, but extend your right leg, take hold of the back of it if you can. Now watch that your right hip hasn't hitched up, so keep it long, so we're really opening through the lower back as well as the hamstring. Healthy hamstrings is healthy back. Still thinking knee to nose. Keep your core muscles engaged, your shoulders down away from the ears. Breathe. One more breath here. Nice. And then keeping the head up if you can, we're going to bend this. Think knee towards your armpit and heel towards your head. It might not go that far, and that's okay. If you've got neck discomfort, then just lower the head. Otherwise, we're lifting. It's as though you're trying to get your leg behind your head, which some of you might be able to do, and that's great. If not, just draw it here. It's a nice hip opener. Breathe fully. For some of you, if you're a bit more bendy, you can get your right shoulder right in your knee crease here and start to draw the leg back. If you can't do this, don't worry. It's not a very dignified position, but go for it. It's got lots of good things that it will do for you. Keep extending that left heel away. Keep the left leg active. Breathe, breathe, breathe. If your right arm's on top, amazing. If not, don't worry. And then lower the body. Good. Cross your right knee over your left, so the knees are stacked, one in front of the other like this. Okay? Take hold of your shins or your feet if you can reach them, and you're going to draw your feet as though you're trying to cross them even more. If you can't get to this position, don't worry, but that's just your intention to get one knee in front of the other. Lengthen. Once you're here, start to lengthen your bottom, if it's off the floor like this, back down towards the mat as well as crossing the legs. So you're going to start to get some real stretch and easing, hopefully through the hips, hip flexors. And now breathe. If you can't feel this, draw the legs closer towards you, take hold of the feet. Keep lengthening your tailbone down towards the bottom of the mat and breathe into your hips. Big full breaths. So we're going to do quite a bit of hip opening in this practice, which is great for self-love. Gets rid of all of the bad stuff that we don't need. Okay, release the arms. Keep the legs crossed. Start to take them over to the left side. Keep your right shoulder on the floor. If this is too intense a twist, just take the right leg on top of the left instead, like so. But otherwise, keep that twist for a nice hip opening, deep spinal twist. If you want to, you can look over the right arm, right shoulder, if that feels okay. And now breathe fully into your spine. And as you exhale, release. Another big breath there. And release. Let's do one more because it feels lovely. Soften through the face. Unravel the legs, come back to center. Draw your left knee in towards your chest and extend the right leg away. Keep it active, flex the toes. Now lift through your pelvic floor and your core muscles and draw head towards your knee, nose to knee. Good. Keep both feet nice and flexed. You can't see my right foot, but I promise you it's flexed, it's active. Watch that your left hip hasn't hitched up, so keep the pelvis steady. Elbows are down away from you. Breathe. Squeeze your core. Use that squeeze in your core to lift the chest. Now extend that left leg up. Doesn't have to be straight. Keep it soft. Keep the feet flexed on both legs. And watch this hip hasn't come up. Lengthen it down so we're opening through the lower back as well as the left hip hamstring. Breathing. Shoulders away from ears. Reach the arms. It feels okay. Keep your core muscles in. Shoulders away from ears. I know we did this with a bent leg on the other side, but it doesn't matter. Here we go. Freestyling. Use your core. And then take hold of the back of the leg again. One more breath here. If you need to lower the head because the neck is uncomfortable, that's fine. Otherwise we're going to bend and think heel towards your forehead. So you might be down here with the leg here, and that's okay. You might feel like you want to move it around, and that's okay. Or you might be alright up here. You might even be able to bring your left arm in front, your shoulder in front of that left leg, and start to draw this hip down. Keep pushing the right leg away, so we're really working deep into the hip and groin here. Breathe. Full breath. Wherever you are is absolutely fine. Keep breathing. One more big breath. Exhale, lower the head. Now let's cross the left knee directly in front of the right knee. Take hold of where you can reach it. It might be the calves, the shins, the feet. Draw the legs as crossed as you can. Now level out the hips. Watch that they're not wonky. And lengthen your tailbone down towards the bottom of the mat. Breathe here. Full inhalation. And an even further exhalation. If anyone's used to practicing Ujjayi breath, and that works for you, then this is a great time to do that. If not, we're just breathing like we love ourselves, which is also great. Relax the face, maybe even smile. One more breath here. Release the hands, arms out to the side, and start to take the legs over to the right side. Remember, you can uncross them if you need to. Keep that left shoulder down. Look over the left shoulder if it feels okay, and breathe. Find space through every vertebrae on your inhalation and gently sinking into this twist on your exhalation. Keep breathing. Couple more breaths here. Oh, it's a lovely posture. Unravel the legs. Come back to line. Hug your knees in and have a little rock from side to side. Now we're going to take hold of the outside of the feet. Draw your knees towards your armpits for happy baby. So it should be nice and open in our hips, hamstrings now. Keep the feet active. Draw your legs down as close towards you as you can, so you're kind of here, hips off the floor. And then keep the legs where they are and start to roll your hips, your tailbone back down to the mat. That's when you're really going to get a good lower back and hip opener. Now breathe. One more full breath there. Release. Take hold of the backs of the legs. You can either roll up or you can do a couple of these if it feels nice on your spine. It's great, isn't it? Recording in a lockdown and the doorbell goes because you've got the delivery. Carrying on, rocking and rolling. Here we go. Massaging through the back. And then make your way over to your hands and knees in no particular fashion. Make sure your hands are under your, or wrists are under your shoulders rather, or if there's a wrist issue, come onto your fists, knees under hips. Inhale, drop the belly. Exhale, pushing into the hands and the tops of the feet and round. Couple of these, cat-cow, because it's lovely. Breathing in, exhale, round. Last one, big as you like. Inhale, drop the belly and up. Exhale, round. Perfect. Curl your toes under, lift the knees, hover for a breath. Feel your core muscles really start to engage. And then pressing into 10 fingers, especially your index finger and thumb. Keep rotating the elbows out and under, loving our back, loving our shoulders. Send the hips up, up, up. Use your pelvic floor and lower abs to pull your hips up. Then start to really pull up, but don't lock the legs. Send the hips up and back, soft knees. Give your head a little shake. Full breath into the lower belly. And sigh out. One more full breath in. Keep pulling the hips up. And a full breath out. Look between the hands. Walk your feet up towards the hands. And find your forward fold. Lovely. Now then, straighten the legs if you can, but don't lock them, or keep the knees soft if you need to. Take the weight into your toes.
take hold of the backs of the legs, draw your elbows in and round, and then draw your body down the legs. Breathe, shoulders away from your ears. Send the hips high. Again, if you need to soften your knees, then that's great. No problem. Breathing into your lower abdomen, and then as you exhale, lift the pelvic floor, draw your navel in. What that does is empty the belly of air, and it allows you to draw your chest down the legs. One more breath here. Nice. Release the arms. If you have any lower back problems, take your hands to your thighs for this. If not, arms can hang down. Push into your feet, engage your belly, and slowly from the base of your spine, we're going to roll up one vertebrae at a time. Notice your spine as you do this. Keep the legs pulled up. Keep the head down, chin to chest for the very last lift. When you get to the top, stand tall. Notice your spine. Draw the shoulders up and back. Breathe. Soft smile. Nice. Okay, keep that stance. Ground into your right leg. Lift the left leg. Place it either on the calf. If balancing's an issue, you can put the big toe down or take it up to a higher tree. Pressing heel to inside thigh to heel. Ground down through that right leg. It's strong like a tree trunk. And then find that contrast, that lightness in the upper body. Shoulders are down. Let's take the hands to prayer. Push the palms together. Thumbs towards the chest and breathe. Feel softness across the chest, across the face. Strong legs, strong core. One more breath here. Breathing in love. Breathing out love. On your next inhale, extend the legs, extend the arms. One breath here, reaching out to start. Stretch, stretch, stretch. Exhale. Lower it down. Changing legs. So find your version of tree. Knee goes to the side, remember. Really push inside thigh or calf to heel, heel to leg. Get that grip and then push the palms together. Keep your left leg pulled up. Spread the toes. Ground down. Root through the floor. Lift up. Pelvic floor. Abdominals lift. Lower ribs hug down. Press the palms together. Thumbs to the heart center. Gaze is forwards and slightly down and breathe. Feel your spine long from the crown of your head right down to your tailbone. Notice your breath. And on your next inhale, reach out arms and legs. Exhale, lower. Nice. Stepping the legs slightly wider. I'm going to take a triangle pose, Trikonasana. So left toes out, right toes forward. Push into the big toe mound of both legs and lift through the legs. Strong legs for this one. Good. Now we're going to take a slightly different arm variation this time. Take your right arm over the head. So you're doing a tricep opener. And left arm underneath. So you're here. If you can't grip, then take the left arm over as well. But try not to hunch up the body. So we're going to keep the chest open, shoulders down. So you're either here or here, okay? Now pushing into both legs, straight legs, inhale, lengthen. As you exhale, start to tilt over to the left side. Keep this top body up. I'm going to go for this version for the moment. We're going to hold it here. Now lengthen your tailbone down towards the floor, towards your right heel. Lift through your abs so that you can hold yourself here. And lengthen from the top of your left hip to your left armpit. Get length there so we're not collapsing, okay? So we're here or here. And we're breathing. Strong legs. Just really feel the core working here. Round that right shoulder back, left shoulder forwards. One more breath. Smile. A challenging posture. Use your breath. And then from here, open both arms. Might take it a little deeper. Look up towards your top arm. Really think about lengthening your tailbone down. So we're long in our lower back, okay? Nice and long. Full breath. Keep opening that right shoulder. Keep both thighs pulled up. Keep the abs in. Push into both big toes. One more breath. Inhale, bending softly into your left leg to come up. And then release. Turn the feet. Right toes out, left toes in. Strong legs. push the mat away. That will help you engage the legs. Really push down. Now take the left arm overhead, and you're either here or you can take hold of the arm underneath, whatever you did on the other side. Now lengthen, feel the pelvic floor engage, shoulders down, breathe in. Exhale, start to tilt. Lengthen from the right hip, top of the right thigh, all the way to the right armpit, so we're not collapsing here, we're lengthening. We're sending our tailbone slightly under so that our lower back is really nice and long. Wherever you are with the arms, relax your jaw, relax your face, press into the big toes, and now really breathe. Thighs are engaged, legs are strong and lifted. Soft smile, soft jaw. Strong center. On your next inhale, open the arms, lengthen. Exhale, maybe go a bit deeper into the stretch. Don't arch the back. Feel that real nice opening here through your left hip and your psoas. Keep length from the right armpit to the right hip. One more breath. And then softening into the right knee to come up and lowering down. Go a little bit wider. We're going to take a side flow here. We're going to start in warrior two. So bend deeply into that left leg, arms out to the side, shoulders down. Reach through the middle fingertips. Push both feet down to activate the legs. Look beyond your left middle finger and breathe. Nice. One more breath here. Now then, without taking the hands to the floor, rotate, come into a lunge. Left heel is off the floor. Hands are in prayer position. We're going to lift, lengthen and twist. So take your left outer arm to your right outer leg. Sorry, left outer leg to your right outer arm. I'm on the opposite leg to you because I'm mirroring you. And then push down into the feet. Lengthen the chest forwards. Gently twist from your lower back. If it feels okay, look up to the ceiling. Breathing. So you're aiming, your intention is to get your hands, which are in prayer position, to the centre of your chest. Couple of big breaths here. Feel length from an inhale, find space. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, back to warrior two. Take a breath here. Nice work. And then changing legs. Left foot comes forward, right foot comes out. Warrior two. Lift the heart space. Drop the tailbone. Reach through the middle fingers and breathe. Pushing down with the feet, so don't just relax into the legs. Actively push the floor away and find that contrast, that space, lightness in the upper body. Inhale, lift, turn on the back toes. Find your lunge. Send that right hip back. Shoulders are down, and we're going to take our, for you, left outer arm to the outside of your right leg. And then push that left heel away, lengthen the chest forwards, come into a twist, navel to spine, breathe. Stick with the breath, notice your body. Don't force it, use your breath to ease into this twist. Inhale up, all the way around this time, and bring the feet parallel, if not slightly turned in. Release, palms forward, take a breath here. Okay, inhale, open the arms, exhale, swing the left arm under. Eagle arms, so if you can take hold of, I'm just doing this to show you, take hold of your hands, and that's ideal. If you can't get to this position, you can either get the hands as close as you can, or if it's still too much, give yourself a hug. This is our huggy position. Okay, so right arm on top of left. Wherever you are, draw your elbows and hands, if you're in this position, away from the face. Draw the shoulders down. Push into the legs, engage your core. On an inhale, lengthen. Exhale, keep this position, keep the shoulders down the back, chest is open as we fold forward. Send your hips high. If you need to soften the knees, no worries. Now use the weight of your elbows and hands to lengthen, to draw down, help lengthen through the spine. Relax your head and breathe. 2 big breaths here. Pushing into the balls of the feet. Opening through the upper body. Now to come out of it, bend your knees and we're going to roll up from the lower back through the spine. Engage your core, keep the arms as they are, keep the elbows drawing down, down, down as we roll up, opening through the shoulders and the upper back this time. Reach out. Just notice how that feels. Other side, inhale, lift. Exhale, right arm comes under, so you're either here, big hug position with the chest lifted, shoulders down, or taking hold of the hands, fingers, whatever you can reach. Push into the feet, engage the core, inhale, lengthen. Shoulders are down, elbows are forwards. Exhale, forwards we fold. Nice, nice, nice. Really draw the arms, your forearms and hands down, down, down towards the floor. Soften your face. Roll your weight into the balls of the feet, keep the knees soft and really tilt your pelvis up to open the hamstrings. Now breathe into the belly. Find an expansion and find a softness on an exhale. 2 more breaths. One more breath. Find space as you inhale. Then push into the feet, engage your core, let's roll it up. Keep the arms heavy, head heavy. Rolling up slowly. Oh, that's a good clip. Release. And down. And just take a breath here in mountain pose. Nice. Stay as you are. We're going to take a little flow. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, soft knees, forward fold. Inhale, find your flat back. Exhale, soften the knees as much as you need to. Forward fold. Now step it back to plank. Take a breath here. Another breath in. Exhale, lower halfway. You can lower the knees if you need to, but stay here and hover. 2 breaths, hovering here. Breathe like you love yourself. And then lower all the way to the belly. Lift a baby cobra or cobra. Shoulders are down. Breathing into the front belly. Slowly lower. Curl the toes. Use your abs to push up and back. Downward facing dog. Pushing into 10 fingers, especially your index finger and thumb. Roll the elbows out and under. Like you love yourself. Love your back. Breathing here, walking, pedaling out through the heels, and then inhale, right leg comes up. Keep it turned in, keep it parallel, hold it there, 3-legged dog, breathe, engage the core, hug the outer hips in, push into both hands evenly, and then step that foot through in between the hands. We're going to lower our back knee, push into the top of the foot, inhale, lift up. Exhale, push the hips forwards and down, draw the shoulders down. I'm going to find a little back bend here. So this, with the arms open and lifting, reaching to the fingertips, might be quite nice, might be enough through the chest for you here. Keep your lower abdominals drawn in to protect your lower back. So hold it here and breathe. Smile. If you want a deeper back bend, you can interlock the fingers, index fingers point up, keep the shoulders down. Imagine you're moving or drawing from your chest, aligned. So you move from the chest. Pushing into both feet, stabilize, breathe wherever you are. This is quite intense, so you can just stay up here with the arms open. I'm just giving you options, whatever feels good. 2 more breaths. Really good to open the heart and chest space. Push into the feet, navel to spine to come up. Exhale, lower the hands down, curl the back toes, step it in slightly, let's find pyramid pose. Hug the right hip back and really allow the chest to draw forwards and down. Breathe here. Find your breath. Now notice your weight distribution in your feet in this position. So really push evenly into all 4 corners of the feet. Both feet. Hug the right hip back, level the hips out. Nice. From here, slightly easier option is to keep your left hand on the left side of the foot. Slightly more challenging is to take your left hand over to the outer edge of your right foot. Now take your right hand to your hip, and we're going to take revolve triangle. So engage your core, navel to spine, lengthen the chest forwards, and then start to open that right shoulder. So right shoulder back, left shoulder forwards. Navel to spine, push into both feet. Remember, if this is too hard, keep the left hand here, or by all means put it on a block or a book or something you can rest it on here. Whatever you've got to hand is fine, or a cushion even. For some of you, you might be able to go one step further. Keep hugging that right hip back and then open that top arm. And now breathe. Don't force it. Use your breath to ease into a twist. Maybe look up towards the top arm. Woo, maybe not. One more breath wherever you are. Exhale, lower the arm. Take the hands back. This time I'm going to bend our leg. I'm going to step it back to plank and take a breath here. Lower halfway and hold. Breathe. So chest is hovering. And lower to the belly. Lift up either to your cobra or maybe lift the hips. Engage the thighs, shoulders down, upward facing dog. Push into the hands and feet, roll over the toes, find down dog. Smile. Or walking out through the heels. When you're ready, inhale from the inside of the heel and thigh, left leg up. Take a couple of breaths here. Three-legged dog. Left foot is active. You can see my foot is flexed. It's pushing up. My core is lifting. My outer hips are hugging inwards. And I'm breathing. Step the leg through. Lower the right knee. Left knee's in line with left ankle. Inhale, lift up. Send the hips forwards and down, but don't collapse. Push into both feet. Pelvic floor lifts, keeps you stable. Open the chest. Draw the thumbs back. Little fingers forwards. Breathe here. Smile. Option 2, interlink. Other finger, if you did this on the other side. Lift up and over. Draw a line behind you. Notice the heart space and chest as you breathe. Feel it expand. One more breath. Push into the feet, lift up. Lower the hands, step your right foot in slightly. They're hip distance apart, not on a tightrope. Inhale, lengthen, draw the left hip back. Exhale, forward fold. So if you need to soften your knees in this position, that's okay as well. And if you choose blocks or surfaces to put your hands on, that's also fine. Breathing. Take your mind, your attention to the breath. Can you make your breath feel any nicer? Pushing into all four corners of both feet. When you're ready, right hand comes to the right foot. Choose the same size, right hand comes to the left foot, same side as you did on the other way, so either the inside or the outside. Left hand to the hip. Navel to spine, push into both feet, lengthen the chest forward. So we're getting length, we're not just crunching, twisting. We're lengthening through the spine and we're lifting. If you need a block here, no probs whatsoever. Good. Breathe. So left hip back, right hip forwards. Maybe, just maybe, we'll lift that top arm if that feels okay. And breathe. Pushing into both feet. So if you're wobbling all over the place and thinking this is a challenge, it is. We're trying to learn calmness using our breath in challenging postures on and off the mat. Exhale, lower down. Step the right foot in this time to your forward fold. Inhale, flat back, lengthen. Exhale, down we go. Push into the feet. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, lower, hands to prayer. One more flow. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, forwards we go. Inhale, lift flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Step or jump to plank. Hold it here, 2 breaths. Hug the elbows in. If you need to lower the knees, go for it. If not, hover. Lowering halfway. Stay here, breathe. Breathe like you love yourself. Lowering down. Choose baby cobra, cobra or upward facing dog. Your choice. If you're an upward facing dog or cobra, push into the tops of the feet.
engage the core, roll over the toes, downward facing dog. Have a wiggle here. Keep breathing. And then when you're ready, we're going to lower the knees down. Big toes touch. Send the heels way back, reach the fingertips forward, extended child's pose. Ah, feels nice. Breathe into the back. Go heavy and find space. Pushing into the tops of the feet, rolling up, and bring yourselves around onto your sit bones. If you want to sit on a cushion, then by all means you can do that. We're going to take the feet together. Chest lifted, shoulders down. Good. So from here, ground the tops of the thighs down. You can keep hold of the feet to help you ground them down. Get length through your spine, and then draw the chest forwards, keep the elbows in. First of all, with a long spine, nice and flat, nice and long. When you're as far as you can be, keep the length in the lower back, but allow the upper back to curve round, head down towards the toes. So now just a couple of lovely breaths here. As you stay here, maybe you want to give the soles of the feet or your toes or heels, ankles a little massage if that feels nice. See what you think. Maybe, maybe not. I mean, I love a foot massage. You can get your knuckles in. One more breath here. Come up halfway, and now we're just going to hug your right hip back and take the body over to the left side. So we should get a really nice gentle stretch through your lower back here. Maybe into the hip. Maybe your psoas if you're a bit tight. We'll do the same thing to the other side. So ground down through that left hip. Maybe even use your left arm to push down. Take the body over to the side. Breathe. And then just go from one to the other. If there's any tightness, you might want to go lower or higher, finding what feels really nice for your body. Wiggle your way up. Good, and we're going to take our left leg over our right. Here we go, sitting up tall. If this is uncomfortable on anyone's knee, you can extend your right leg underneath you. Otherwise, sit bones, nice and easy, even. Hug your right leg in using your left arm. Hug your left leg in using your right arm. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, look back over your left shoulder. Gentle twist. So as we inhale, we send our tailbone down and our crown of our head up. So remember, lengthening on our twist is about going down and up. Don't just sink up. Breathe. So grounding down at the bottom, lifting at the top. Inhale, find length. Exhale, twisting. One more breath like this. Exhale. Start to bring the body back to centre. We're changing the arm. So two choices here. Either take the right arm across, keep it strong. Inhale, lengthen, and exhale, twist. So this is a slightly stronger stretch than the one we just did. And you can stay here if that's enough now. Or if anyone wants to bind, you can take your right arm underneath the leg here and your left arm round your back. Open that shoulder. Find length. If this causes any discomfort in the knee, the front knee, or you're pulling on your knee, then don't bind just yet. Breathe, whichever option you've taken. Ground down through the feet and the sit bones. Pelvis is heavy. Upper body is light. Notice where feels tight and restricted. And breathing into those areas, breathing love into those areas. Exhale, slowly release from wherever you are. Nice work. We're going to change legs. So take the right leg over, so you're either here or here, whichever you did on the other side. Even out the sit bones. Hug it in with your left arm. Right arm goes back. Inhale, find length. Exhale, twist. breath here. And then come back halfway. Take the left arm over, keep that arm strong, keep it up, inhale, lengthen. Grounding down through the sit bones and both feet, exhale, twist. Navel to spine. Detoxing those organs. And if you want to take the bind, left arm goes under, right arm comes round the back, lengthen, twist. Notice again, notice any restrictions, any gripping. Allow them to release. Keep noticing. One more breath here. And release. Really nice. Okay, we're going to take our hero pose. So you can either sit in between the feet here, if that feels okay, or you can put a cushion under your sit bones. Again, there should be no discomfort in the knees. Or you can put a block under your bottom like I'm doing, because this is quite a tight one for me. Okay, allow the pelvis to be heavy. So this is really nice if your legs are feeling tired or achy. Shoulders are down, palms down. Just take a couple of breaths here. Well, as you breathe, notice again if you're gripping anywhere in the legs. Try and allow the legs to relax. And the thighs, this is a really gentle, soft opener for the thighs. Notice your breath. Push into the tops of the feet. Inhale, lift up. Remove your block if you have one, otherwise coming up to kneeling. Now I'm going to do a back bend here, and you've got a couple of options. Please don't force them. I'm going to give variations, some much harder than others. So just listen to your body and be kind. Don't try and force it into anything it doesn't need to do. Pushing into the tops of the feet. So first option, hands on your lower back. We're all going to do this one, and I'll just give harder options to progress to. We don't have to progress to any of them. Squeeze your buttocks, squeeze your lower abs. This area is tight, supporting your back. And if it feels okay, you can allow the head to go back, but send the chest forwards, the elbows in. We're opening through the front body. Now you can stay there, or you can alternate between half camel side, so left hand to left foot, reach that arm up. This might feel quite nice, opening, breathing into the body, opening through the chest, and then switching sides, so right arm down, left arm up. And you can work on 4 breaths on each side, or you can take a full camel, squeeze the pelvis forwards, hold onto your heels and push your chest forwards. So you want to feel like, if you're doing this, that if you let go of your heels, you would ping forwards. That's how much you want to push forwards. And for those of you that are uber bendy in your back and want that extra stretch, you might want to take your hands down towards the floor and push. This is quite an intense one, into the hands and feet. Wherever you are, 2 breaths. And to come out of any of the options, engage your core. Take your hands to your lower back to push up. Sit back down onto the heels. Just breathe a moment. Feet together, knees together, palms facing up, roll it down, Balasana. Forehead melts to the floor, shoulders round. Push into the feet, roll it up. Nice work. We've got one more stretch before we go into a brief relaxation, which is our compass pose. We've done lots to open the hips and hamstrings. So this one is kind of an end result, and it's a journey to get there. It's a really advanced posture, so don't expect to just be able to do it. But we're going to work into it because there's so many benefits of working towards it. So like a cobbler pose, but we're going to bring our left leg forwards to start with. Take hold of your left foot with your right hand. So right hand goes to the outer edge of your left foot. Okay. Now, to start with, just give that leg a little sway side to side. Now, you might just do this, and that's fine. If your hip's feeling really tight, really sore, you just want to work through massaging it, then just stick with this. Otherwise, left arm's coming in front. So left arm's down here. And you're going to put, like we did on the floor earlier, we're going to start to open this leg up. Okay, it's as though you're trying to get your head underneath. So from here, you're starting to lift the leg. Maybe you'll use both hands, okay? Give it a push. So you're going to feel this in the back, the hips, everywhere. Some of you will be able to lift the leg and maybe straighten it, and you can work towards pushing that leg up, 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 and eventually straightening it out, if that feels okay, if it's available to you. If not, just working towards getting that left shoulder forwards, working into the back, working into the hip, working into the hamstring, the glute, everything's going on. Wherever you are, take 2 I love myself breaths. And then slowly release. Have a wiggle. Good. Nice work. Let's take hold of the right leg. Left hand's going to the outside of the right leg. And then start with a little sway side to side. Massage into that joint. Just keep going with this, as I said before, if you want to. Otherwise, right arm's coming through, and we're going to start, or take hold of the leg with both arms. Start to take that leg behind us. It's aiming to go back, okay, and straighten. Bringing that right shoulder forwards. So it's as though you've got hold of your shoulder with your leg. And we're going to start to extend that. Now, if you're getting stuck, which of course at some point we're all getting stuck some way with this one, notice what is getting stuck. What is restricting you? Where are you tight? Where are you holding tension? And really breathe into those areas. Okay, so you don't have to be able to do this posture, compass, to be able to get the benefits. But it's a good diagnostic one. It's a good one to notice where you're tight. So for me, to go any further, and obviously I ain't quite far on with it, for me it's all shoulder. Can't get the shoulders any looser. Breathe. Full breaths. And then release it down. Nice. Lie down. Hug the knees in. Allow your back to go really heavy on the back of the head, down into the mat, so you're sinking. Feel like you're sinking, sinking, sinking. And the earth is just supporting you, propping you up. Close your eyes. When you're ready, extend the legs. Allow the palms to face up, draw the shoulders under the chest. Chin down slightly and fully relax here in Shavasana. Notice your breath. So we're not trying to shape our breath here, we're just noticing it, just breathe, watch it. It's like you're watching your breath. And now notice or watch your body. How's it feeling? What's it doing? Can you feel your whole body as one? That's a weird one. Took me many years to perfect that. Keep the eyes closed. Just allow everything to release, to soften, to relax. And
if the mind wanders, just bring it back to the body, back to the breath. And then, if you've got long enough to do a longer relaxation, just pause this video and go ahead and do that. Otherwise, I'm going to roll onto a side, either side, just for one breath. And bring our way up to any comfortable sitting position. And just set an intention to yourself. So take your hands to prayer position. An intention is to one thing you can do for yourself to bring yourself a bit more self-love, a bit more ahimsa. So it could be to go to bed an hour earlier, to drink more water, to try and incorporate 5 minutes meditation into your day, to stretch more, to breathe like you'll love yourself for 10 seconds in the morning, anything, whatever you want it to be. Because let's face it, right now we can all do with a bit more self-love. And then just bow the head down to confirm that you're going to do whatever it is you intend to do. Just pause. I've got a little quote I'm going to read to you. It's not mine. And just keep breathing. It's, be gentle with yourself. You are a child of the universe, no less than the trees and the stars in the noisy confusion of life. Keep peace and love in your soul. Namaste.